Welcome to Ready 5 TV. I'm Joe Reddy here for another episode of Canning with Laura. Laura, what are you going to tell us about today?
Well, Joe, I want to tell you the difference between a pressure cooker and a pressure canner. Now, even Joe here didn't know. He thought it was one and the same, but let me tell you what the difference is. All of you have probably heard about your grandma, your great-grandma used to use the pressure cooker, and you may have even heard stories about, oh, it exploded and there was beans all over the ceiling. A pressure cooker is something that you use to cook your food quickly, efficiently, with less heat, and things like a cheap cut of meat can be cooked down to make it nice and tender. Beans, rice can be cooked in half the time. So that's a pressure cooker. It seals it up and it keeps it dense and inside. This is a pressure canner. A pressure canner is a thicker material, and it has release valves, steams and spigots, and it has a gauge. Now, a pressure canner would be used to can your soups, your stews, your meats, your vegetables, and things like that. Inside, I'll turn this a little bit, Joe, so that everybody can see. You've got a big pot. You've got a little cover down there that keeps your jars off the heat source and lets the steam circulate. On the lid here, some magic here, we've got a release valve right here. We've got another release valve here that lets out the steam, and of course the gauge to keep track of the PSI so that you know exactly how long to process your food. So that was just a quick little introduction to the difference between a pressure cooker for cooking food and a pressure canner for processing your food and keeping it safe and get rid of all the little bad germs.
Awesome. Thanks, Laura.
You're
and if you want to learn more about it, go to ready5.com, and for the future, be ready.